My child, you didn't stumble into this moment by chance. This, right now, is divine timing. I know the path you're walking feels dry, uncertain, even invisible. You've asked yourself, how did I get here? Where am I going? Is God still with me? The silence around you has been heavy. You've prayed and heard nothing in return. You've waited, and nothing has shifted. You've tried to stay hopeful, but the weight is getting harder to carry. And yet here you are, still searching, still reaching for me, still longing to believe that I haven't let go of you. Let me tell you something that your weary soul needs to hear. I have not forgotten you. Not for a moment. Not for a breath. Not even in your darkest hour. When you couldn't trace the path, when you couldn't see a way forward, I was already ahead of you, clearing the ground, because I am the God who makes a way, not just in comfort but in the wilderness, not just in light, but in the shadow, not just when you feel me, but even when you don't. This wilderness you're in, it is not the end of your story, it is the ground where I do my deepest work. So come close now. Take a deep breath, lay down the pressure to figure everything out. I have something to tell you. And if you'll stay with me, I'll show you that even in this wilderness, I am making a way. My beloved child, you've been trying so hard to hold everything together. You've been walking through your days with a quiet strength that few see, smiling when you're breaking, helping others while feeling empty, pushing forward while your own heart whispers, I'm lost. I don't know the way anymore. But I know. I see your inner world. I hear the thoughts you don't say out loud. I count the tears you wipe away quickly so no one else notices. And I call you not by your struggle but by your name. I am not far off. I am not waiting for you to get it all right. I am not watching from a distance, cold or silent. I am here, right here in the wilderness with you. You may feel like this season has no direction, like everything familiar has been stripped away, like you've been left wandering, searching, waiting. But even now, even here, I am doing something new. I am carving a path in places that look like dead ends. I am turning dry land into places of refreshment. I am breaking through the walls you thought were permanent. You keep looking for signs, for movement, for certainty. But what if the evidence is already growing beneath the surface? What if the path I'm preparing doesn't begin with clarity, but with trust? Trust that I know the way even when you don't. Trust that I will guide you step by step even when your map is blank. Trust that what feels like delay is actually preparation. You see, my child, when I lead you into the wilderness, it is never to punish you. It is always to meet you. To speak to your soul without distractions. To reveal what truly matters. To remind you who you are when everything else fades. Don't let the silence fool you. Don't let the emptiness make you believe I've abandoned you. You're not walking in circles. You're being refined. What others call lost, I call sacred ground. What looks like wandering to the world is actually a holy journey with me. I know the exact moment you will rise again. I know the turn that will shift everything. I know the breakthrough that is already written into your story. And I need you to know this. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're not failing. You are in my hands. And I do not lose what I hold. So take this moment to breathe. Not every step has to be visible. Not every answer has to be immediate. Just walk with me today, because I am making a way, not just a better way, my way, and my way always leads to life. Let me take you back for a moment, to the nights when you couldn't sleep, when your mind replayed the same questions again and again, and the silence felt louder than any answer. Do you remember how alone you felt? How uncertain everything seemed, and yet, Here you are, still standing, still breathing, still hoping. That's not by accident. That's not your strength alone. That's me. I was holding you when you didn't feel held. I was shielding you from things you didn't even know to fear. I was strengthening you in the hidden places, the places where only I can reach. You see, child, your wilderness is not wasted. The dry seasons, the prayers that haven't been answered yet, the doors that didn't open, the moments you thought were failures, all of it, yes, all of it has been woven into a greater design. You don't see the full picture right now, but one day you will look back and say, that's where God was. That's when He carried me. Even now, I am rerouting things for your good. I am preparing you for blessings that require deeper roots. I am removing what can't go with you into the next chapter. You've outgrown some spaces. You've outlived some battles. You've overcome things no one else even saw. And because of that, you're ready for more clarity, more strength, more of me. But listen carefully, I'm not rushing you. I'm not asking you to perform. I'm not comparing your pace to anyone else's. What I'm asking is this: will you trust me in the middle before the breakthrough, before the door opens, before the map makes sense? Because I am the God who shows up in the middle. Not just when the story is finished, but while the ink is still wet on the pages. The middle is sacred ground. That's where your character is forged. That's where your soul learns to breathe again. That's where your heart finds me, not in the noise, but in the whisper. So let me whisper to you now. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are in my will. You are in my care. And you are in the exact place where my miracle will begin. I am making a way. Not because you forced it, not because you deserved it, but because I love you. You are my child, and I never stop. My beloved child, I know how exhausting it can be to wait in the wilderness. You've watched others move forward. You've celebrated blessings in lives around you, and quietly wondered, when will it be my turn? You've prayed for signs. You've searched for answers. You've tried to stay strong. But there are days when the silence feels heavier than the waiting. I understand, and I want you to know this. My silence is not my absence. Just because you cannot hear me does not mean I'm not speaking. Just because you don't see change does not mean I'm not working. Just because the path feels invisible does not mean I've abandoned you. I am the God of process. And even when you can't trace my hand, you can trust my heart. Remember the seed buried beneath the soil? It breaks before it blooms. It wrestles in darkness before it reaches the sun. It grows in silence, rooted in what no one else sees. That is what I'm doing in you right now. Your wilderness is not a punishment. It's preparation. I'm deepening your roots. I'm clearing the path ahead of you. I'm closing doors that were never meant for you so you don't waste time in places that can't hold your destiny. I'm not just giving you the blessing. I'm making sure you're ready to carry it. You don't need to force what I have already written. You don't need to chase what I've called you to inherit. You don't need to prove yourself worthy of what I've freely given. You are mine, and that alone qualifies you. So today, if the path is still unclear, let me walk with you in the not yet. I'll hold your hand through the confusion. I'll whisper peace into your fear. I'll be the stillness in your chaos. I'll be your water in the dry land. And yes, I will make a way, not just to get you out, but to bring you into something greater, something you can't even imagine yet. You thought the wilderness was the end, but I call it the beginning, because here, in this sacred place, you will learn to know me not just as provider, but as companion, not just as rescuer, but as Father, not just as creator of worlds, but as the one who kneels down beside you when your strength has run out and says, I've got you, I've always had you. So walk with me a little longer. Let my voice guide your next step. Let my presence be the light before your feet. And when you begin to doubt again, just pause. And remember, I am making a way. Even here. Even now. Even in your wilderness. My child, you've carried so much for so long. You've tried to stay strong when everything inside you was trembling. You've given your best, even when you felt empty. And yet, you've wondered if I see you. If I'm aware of the tears you hide. If I care about the quiet struggles no one else notices. Let me tell you now. I have seen every moment. Every sigh, every prayer, every step you've taken in faith when it would have been easier to give up. I have not missed a single moment of your pain. I've been walking beside you, not ahead of you, not behind, but right beside you. I've caught your tears, held your questions, and whispered comfort into your confusion. You are not invisible to me. You are not overlooked. In the stillness, I am near. In the wandering, I am guiding. In the brokenness, I am healing. You may not see the way, but I am the way. You may not understand the season, but I am sovereign over the times and the seasons of your life. And soon, yes, very soon, what was once wilderness will become a garden. What once felt like delay will become a testimony. And what you thought was the end will become a glorious beginning. But don't wait for the promise to believe in my presence. Feel me now. I am the peace in your breath, the whisper in your soul, the warmth in this very moment. So rest now. Let your heart lean into me. You don't have to carry the burden alone anymore. I am lifting it. I am healing you. I am making a way. Always have, always will, because I am your Father. And I love you more than you can comprehend. Now go forward, not with fear but with faith, not with doubt but with trust, because even in the wilderness,